Welcome everyone to the channel and to today's flight, which is easyJet flight 245 from Bristol to Inverness. So it's a flight of a perfect length for the A319, and it's also an ideal opportunity to let you listen to the sounds by the relatively new sound developer called KOSP. So we're using the A319 sound pack, which provides enhanced sounds for both the CFM and the IAE versions. So we're going to make two videos. This one will feature the easyJet CFM, and we're going to come back from Inverness down to Bristol using the BA, and that will be the IAE sound pack. So we've just been refueled with got 4.8 tons of fuel on board. All the passengers are on. We've got a zero fuel weight of 56 tons. Here's our route on the left hand side, departing from runway 27 Bravo Charlie November departure, and I've just picked 3 waypoints that align with our route. Welshpool, I think that is, Wallasey and Dean's Cross, and then we're gonna just got a discontinuity there. I'm expecting that we're going to land on runway 23 up in Inverness. Takeoff speeds are on the right hand side. Let's get on our way, and what we'll do, we'll start engine number 1 from inside the flight deck, and we'll jump to a wing view to let you listen to the sounds as we start engine number 2. Hope you enjoy. And right on cue, the doors are just closing. So we've just been told we're going to be pushed back, so I'm going to go on mute and let you hear the engine start sequence in the order that I advised.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Okay, so we're just about done with the pushback. Let's go and done the flaps. Let's arm the spoilers. Auto brake, go to max.
ToLiss is connected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
APU will go off, and I'll just bring up the flight control page and we'll set the trim, which is 0.9 units up. like so, and then we'll just do our flight control check. I'll pause the video here. Right, so there we go. Just giving him the wave, off he goes. It is a very short taxi as well, so what we'll do, we'll ding the cabin now and get them to sit down. Taxi lights on, let's go. So very good, just a bit of breakaway power there needed. Just take us up to 6 knots, and now we are just accelerating just very gently. So here's the first taxiway on our right. I'll see you again just before we begin the takeoff roll. Okay, hopefully you're ready. But get going and make our way up to Inverness. Obviously we are quite light, so I would imagine there you didn't hear the much of a thrust reduction at all. Okay, I'll do a few more wing views and then we'll set ourselves up for our approach on runway 23 up in Inverness. Just go with config 1. So I've just got the autopilot on, expecting a right turn any moment. There will be a level off here. Let's just go config 0. There will be a level off at 6,000. So we've got a few at or aboves, but the overarching one is here, which is 6,000. So what we'll do is we're going to go into vertical speed in a moment, just to shallow off that rate of climb. So with 1,000 to go, we'll just pull that. Very nicely done, I think. Very nicely done. Just a bit of cloud to go through. Just got some fairly static winds from the west en route. hope that certainly didn't mess with anyone's OCD with the altimeter flashing standard. It certainly did mine, but I just wanted to maintain that wing view until we got to flight level 100, and then just let you hear the difference in sounds as the aircraft accelerates to 300 knots or thereabouts, and the wind noise becomes the more prominent sound, and the sound of the engines lessens. So as you see, we've begun descent. Aircraft's just initially diving there down to about, I think it was about 5,000 feet per minute, and it's just sort of clawing its way back up there, so it's just going for a higher speed, which of course it can get by lowering the nose. And it did that probably because I was maybe about a minute late, if that actually, before initiating descent, but you see now it's just pulling itself back on profile as well. And there's a seatbelt sign, so it shouldn't be too long before we show you a brilliant landing down in Inverness. You can hear the engines again now, so just gone through flight level 100, and my guess as to why it just added a bit of power there was just to remain on the VNAV profile. Green dot's right in the centre now, so that's how you know when you're on the VNAV profile. What I'm going to do is just go into an open descent just by pulling the altitude knob here, and what that will is it will just command an idle power descent, so it doesn't obey the VNAV profile nor any altitude constraints, but it's otherwise very similar to flight level change in your Boeing. So you can see now green dots rising, which is an indication there that we are now lower than the VNAV profile, which is what I wanted to do. It just gives me a few miles in the in the bag, as it were. So coming down, it will probably be quite a tight left turn if I just follow the LNAV part, but we'll see how we go. That's another reason there for just going a bit low, and then we can slow down early and decide whether we're going to make that left turn or whether we're just going to come out here to this range ring, which is an 11-mile ring around the airfield. Oh, and with best arms water brakes, with it being a fairly short runway, we'll go with auto brakes medium actually, so that will be a nose onto the windshield. So I've decided we'll go for that. I've just changed the range ring, 7 miles, so we'll level off here where the level off arrow is, and I'll initiate a slowdown before we get to the deceleration phase. So here we go, levelling off. Just going to pull the speed knob, bring it right down to about 210. What I could have done, of course, is just gone in here and just chose to activate the approach phase earlier, so let's go do that now, and then we'll push the button here, making sure it's still decelerating, which it is indeed. So we might be able to see the airfield on our left, just below that cloud now. Not seeing that. Let's get our eyes back inside, zoom back into the navigation display. 20 that side, that can stay put. So coming down then to 2000. Let's go though with config 1. And we'll just do 2000 in vertical speed. So I'm just going to pull that, activate vertical speed, and nice and shallow now as we come down to that. So in manage speed, plane's going to decelerate there first off to the slat speed. It won't go any lower than that. Right, we're just going to make our left turn now, still remaining in managed heading. I've gone down to 165 in selected mode, and we'll level at 2000, ready to intercept the glide slope. So what I'm now going to do is just put in the approach there, that's armed, and we should find that the localizer will start to move any moment, and then we should be nicely positioned there to catch it up. And we'll just remain at 165 knots with 7 miles to go. Let's ding the cabin. So there's localizer, just lining up there quite nicely, going to intercept the glide slope. Let's say config 3 then. And gear down. 5.5 miles to go. Let's now go into, just wait for the 3 greens there, confirmation there, and manage back to manage speed. Config full. Have got the runway in sight, and I'll just sort this view out. So you will hear the engines power back up in a moment, so it's just reducing there, down to about 135 knots. Okay, winds are
1000.
as expected. Pilot's disconnected. So, the plan now, just to keep her lined up with the centre line, keep us on the glide slope.
500. 400.
Just go down a little bit there, left a touch,
300.
back on centre line hopefully, 2 reds, 2
100
whites,
above.
nose down just a touch, left a bit, right a bit,
200.
left a bit more,
Minimum.
continue, right a bit now, right a lot,
100.
level in the wings,
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. Retard. 10. 5.
bit firm, reverses. Go manual braking and stow the reverse. That's probably fried the brakes, but okay, so we're back on the ground. Let's kill engine 2. And then a wing view as we kill engine number 1. Okay, welcome again to Inverness. We're just running on APU here on stand. Quick look at our data from stable approach. Crossed the threshold at 41 feet and nearly in the touchdown there at 1309 feet. A couple of 100 feet wouldn't have touchdown figures. There we go, minus 264 feet per minute. So a bit firm, but that's what I've noticed. I've been doing in the 319. Let's just have a look at the brakes. I've got the brake fans on actually. Let's just go ahead and switch those off. So they're not too bad. They did their job, and then we kicked them out as we just rolled out there. Okay, so that's our easyJet flight done. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm certainly enjoying the sound pack. So that's our easyJet flight done. I'm going to go and change out my easyJet uniform now, scrub up, put on a British Airways uniform. Do look out for the flight. As always, if you've got any comments, questions, let me know below, and I'll see you soon on another video. Take care, and bye bye.